in an election which we had successfully, and we have a president, a new elected president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Today we felt that we speak challenges affecting our young people, affecting us, so that the newly elected president can take charge and clean this country. Because in this country, we have been attacked by very many things, of which include corruption, which starts within our party. And as we fight corruption, we need to start from our party. We need to have an audit of what is happening. We need to have an audit of the money, grassroots money, that was released to help people transport voters. And you have seen we had a raw voter turnout, which is highly condemned by cadres of this country, by cadres of NRM. So as NRM youth, we think the problems and the challenges that are affecting young people are general. They don't segregate whether you're from NUP, FDC, or whichever party. We must stand as one family and fight the challenges that are affecting us. The challenge of corruption, the challenge of neglecting young people in the struggle. As young people, we feel that we have been neglected by the party. We feel that we should take charge of this country because we have been neglected for a very long time. As a party, we no longer have cadreship identification. Cadreship identification replacement has died at NRM. Why? We have very many cadres who are dying with knowledge that can help the party grow. We have very many cadres that can be recruited within this country, and we fight corruption that has taken up all public offices. As young people, we feel that this is the time we wage a war against corruption. And as we wage a war, our theme will be Leo ni Leo, meaning that today, the day is today. We shall fight corruption. We shall make this country a better place to live in for our fellow young people and for the generations to come. As young people, we feel that it's time to take charge of this country, because this country has been manipulated by very many foreign people. They are taking up the affairs of the country, yet we got independence a long time ago. So as young people, we feel that we are not independent, both financially, politically, economically, and socially. We need to get independence. We need to get back our independence. I call upon fellow young people, identify this cause as a very, very serious cause, and come on board. And from today, institutions of higher learning, spreading the gospel of fighting corruption, because a corrupt-free state starts with me. We are going to spread the gospel of claiming independence, because we are not independent. We are going to start, and from today and onwards, we are going to wage a war, and this war is not going to end today or tomorrow. It will be a consistent war until we get Uganda free from corruption.
This literally means that a country has the highest number of young people between the ages of 18 and below, then between the ages of 30 and below. And I'm talking about the unemployment status of this country, Uganda. As very many people are still posturing themselves in front of the president, seeking for appointments, running away with bags of money and what my colleague has termed as corruption. we as the young people of the revolution, we as the young people of Uganda, we have come to reclaim that where are the jobs of Uganda going? Are we still selling the jobs to non-nationals? And as President Museveni is still welcoming the foreigners, the Chinese, into our country, we are still questioning what is their main agenda. Because if we are to read the statistics, 60% of the labor that is hired by the Chinese, these are their fellow Chinese, and the 40% of the labor that is hired by the Chinese, these are the Ugandans. But what are they earning? You are hiring 60% Chinese and giving them 1.5 monthly, and hiring 40% of the Ugandans and paying them 6,000 a day, and you are telling that we are trying to fight unemployment. That is a lie. So it is on that note that we as the youth of this nation, Uganda, we have come to appeal that the raising unemployment status quo of this country does not only expose us, the youth of Uganda, to a threat, but the economy and the nation to a threat. What am I talking about? Is that if youth continuously be on streets looking for jobs, 78% of the graduates, fresh Gulu, when they graduate, they go on streets and they start fighting, looking for survival. And when they continuously fight, when the government is not helping, you were blindfolded by a program called the Nyogan PDM. People are not receiving 1 million because this has been diverted to Wendy and other platforms which tax that money that you gave to the Ugandans, which is supposed to be 1 million. And people receive 600,000, 500,000. What are we fighting for? If this is really the agenda that we are meant to fight unemployment via those programs, then His Excellency Museveni, you need to combat and audit those people that usher out that money. It is on that note that we as the young people, we as the young cadres of the revolution, we are calling upon and we are suggesting for only one measure. That if we are calling about the foreign investors to come into our country to invest, let them be given a maximum limit or a minimum limit that you are supposed to employ 75% of the Ugandans and pay them a subsistence wage. Which wage am I talking about? Pay a wage to a Ugandan youth which is capable to maintain their living standards, because you cannot pay 6,000 to a Ugandan youth and you pay a Chinese 25,000 and you expect that you're raising the employment status of this country. Therefore, this raises a question to the Ministry of Gender. You people are sleeping on the job. You people are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you are deceiving the youth that you're creating employment. In the real sense, you're creating employment for your own sisters, brothers, nephews, grandparents, and cousins. It is on that note that His Excellency Museveni, we as the youth, we are not chasing about the money, we are not chasing about politics, but we are saying that elevate the youth. He has called it independence, and we are continuously asking you, make the youth independent through the programs which you advocate for and which you advocated for.